My name is Maddie. I am the director of this. So I just have a few announcements before the show starts. A reminder that there is intense adult language, talk of violence and self-harm, and references to mass shootings. So be warned. Also, if you can, please donate to our charity, which is Local Initiative Support Corporation. This is a nonprofit organization that focuses on working with residents and partners to create a resilient and inclusive community of opportunities. They do this by developing leadership strengthening alliances and building new collaborations, investing in businesses, houses, and other amenities. They are encouraging policy changes all across the nation and equipping talent in underinvested communities. So if you can, please donate. Also, I would like to read the Jordan College of the Arts Land Acknowledgement Statement for you all. We acknowledge that we gather here at Butler University on traditional land of Indigenous peoples, including the Potawatomi, Miami, Delaware, and Shawnee. We honor with gratitude the land itself and the indigenous peoples, past and present, who have stewarded it through generations. This calls us to commit to continuing to learn how to better the stewards of land we can inhabit, while also acknowledging that some were brought to this land not by choice. Thank you and enjoy Bezos and Me.
Bezos and Me, or Radical Optimism. Welcome to the 2020s, the hottest, most pungent, disgusting decade yet. In Los Angeles, California, the closest place on Earth to actual fucking hell, a few legendary folks, basically freaking Jedis, practice the revolutionary philosophy that everything is actually going to be totally okay. A massive, beautiful gate in front of a driveway that leads up a hill and into a massive mansion. The area is surrounded by a thick forest. The gate is bordered with 2 stone pillars. In front of each pillar is a blue plastic chair. In the left sits Portsman, and in the right sits Lizbeth. Both of them are carrying massive assault rifles. Portsman examines his gun, while Lizbeth stares into space. She sniffs.
Smells like smoke.
Portsman projectile vomits onto the ground.
Jesus fuck!
Sorry about that.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. That's just my anxiety.
That's a lot of vomit.
I had soup for lunch.
I'm sorry you're experiencing anxiety.
It's okay. You're right.
About what?
It does smell like smoke.
Yeah, it does.
I thought the fire was up in Ventura.
They said the wind is blowing it down here.
Wow, I live between here and Ventura, so that's kind of nerve-wracking.
Don't vomit again!
Blah. No, I'm just messing around. It'll be fine.
Nice. Yeah, it'll for sure be okay.
So, yeah, I'm working on a new pilot.
Whoa, really?
Yeah, I decided the priests were too... now's not a good time for priests.
Agreed.
This one is about a softball team, and like all these people in New York, I used to live in New York, who come to Central Park to play on this softball team, and how it like impacts their lives.
That sounds really good. Is it funny?
It's funny most of the time, but it's also very sad and occasionally devastating.
Runtime?
30 minutes, with breathing room, so maybe occasionally dips into 40 to 45 minute territory, but no commercial breaks.
Sounds excellent. I'll buy it.
I wish.
One day. My pilot's the same as always. It's like, I feel it should be funnier. I don't know how to make it funnier.
Does the mom character still commit suicide?
Yeah.
But
my mom actually did commit suicide.
Yeah, that's just very challenging subject material for a half-hour sitcom.
Okay, it's a dramedy, and besides, the juxtaposition is exactly what I want. I don't know, it might still be too raw. I haven't been able to distance myself from it.
You've been working on it for like 5 years though, haven't you?
Are you gonna clean that up?
Oh, yeah.
Portsman begins to clean up his vomit. He reaches behind a bush and pulls out a large plastic container with yellow liquid in it. There is a label on it reading Amazon Basics Waste Disposal Container.
What are you doing?
I'm putting my vomit in the communal urine jug.
But the urine jug is optimized for urine only.
I mean, it's almost full.
Right, but it's my week to sanitize the communal urine jug, and I would rather not clean vomit residue out in addition to both of our urines.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's inconsiderate of me. How about I sanitize the urine jug this week?
Oh, no, you don't have to. That would be 2 weeks in a row.
I really don't mind.
Oh, okay, if you say so. I owe you one.
Oh, you don't owe me anything. I'm putting vomit in the urine jug. If anything, I owe you.
Oh, but I feel bad now.
Oh, why do you feel bad?
I don't know. I feel like I was just horrible to you.
You weren't. Tell me more about the pilot.
No, it's terrible. I don't even want to talk about it. Okay, wait.
What's up?
I was just thinking. You know what has suicide in the pilot? Fleabag, and that's like the best show ever made.
Fleabag is the best show ever made.
It's so good.
So
The
good.
Priest?
The Priest.
It'll pass.
Brutal,
Devastating.
but so good.
So good.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I guess, do you really want to invoke comparisons to Fleabag, though?
Of course, who wouldn't?
Right, but I mean, like, do you want people to say, this is like a less funny Fleabag?
Oh, no, I guess not. I just wish I could let you read it.
I'd be happy to read it.
It's just not ready yet.
I understand.
I'll read your softball thing, though.
When it exists, you'll be the first person.
Promise?
I promise.
Portsman puts the lid on the container and puts it back to its place in the bush. Lizbeth puts her head in her hands.
I'm never going to be a writer.
Hey, don't say that.
It's true. My ideas are stupid and derivative. I don't write about anything important ever. I'm the biggest fucking idiot of all time. I deserve cancer. Or double cancer.
Lizbeth, don't say things like that. Think of the Bible.
Portsman pulls out a book from thin air. It reads the Radical Optimist Bible.
We are radical optimists because we believe that the future will be a better place for all people. That includes ourselves.
I know. I'm just not feeling very optimistic in myself right now. Besides, the world is falling apart. Who am I to think I could write in a time like this?
Hey, no one said it's easy to be an optimist these days.
Every day feels worse than the last.
But that's the trick. Pessimism is the enemy, a self-fulfilling prophecy of misery. What does Guillermo del Toro, director of The Shape of Water, say?
Optimism is the instinct to breathe when you're suffocating.
You are being suffocated by negative thoughts. You forget, we have a new president. Time to breathe.
Lizbeth breathes deeply.
You will be successful.
I will be successful.
You are a good person.
I am a good person.
You deserve success because you're a good person.
I deserve success because I'm a good person.
Now breathe in and out.
We do have a new president, don't we?
She looks ahead.
Whoa. Do you see that?
See what?
Car coming up in the driveway.
Mail?
No, it looks like... Oh my god, Portsman, I think that's him.
What? No way, he never comes down here.
I swear to God that's his car.
Well, I'll be slapped silly. You did it.
Oh, stop.
No, really. You summoned him with your positive energy. This is the power of radical optimism. How do I look? Do I look like I vomited recently?
No, but you do smell a little like puke.
That's okay. You look good.
Okay.
Oh my god, it's him.
Still drives a Honda Accord. What a gentle soul.
Why do you think he's here?
Maybe there's a premiere coming up?
Oh my god, maybe he's with a celebrity.
What if he's with Channing Tatum?
I would drench my pants with piss if Channing Tatum was in that car.
You better use the jug.
No, I totally would.
Bezos steps out of the car dressed in a t-shirt and khaki shorts. He waves kindly.
Hello there.
Mask up.
Portsman and Lizbeth both pull out their Amazon-branded masks and put them over their mouths.
Greetings, sir.
Good afternoon.
I don't know if we've ever met, but I own this house you're guarding.
Of course, Mr. Bezos. Welcome home.
Thank you. That's quite a gun you're carrying.
Oh, these? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they're excessive.
We used to have tasers, but these came in the other day and they told us...
Oh, no, it's all good. This is good. Let me take a look.
Portsman hands Bezos his assault rifle. He inspects it. Then he inspects them.
You guys look so tense. Loosen up those joints.
Sorry, sir.
Sorry, Mr. Bezos.
Oh, don't be sorry. You can lose those masks, by the way.
Sorry, sir.
Don't be sorry. You were following company policy, but it's a hot day and the air quality is already bad enough. Besides, I'm fully vaccinated for the new strain.
Wow.
That's incredible.
Oh, please, I'm just lucky. I wish I could do more. So much loss. It's inconceivable. Have you been vaccinated yet?
No, sir. We're still in line.
Well, you should get on that. It's important for our future.
Yes, sir.
Just tell them you work for me.
Portsman and Lizbeth geek out.
This is a real piece of machinery. Mind if I give it a go?
Please do.
Bezos turns around and looks at the car.
Alexa, survival protocol DS9.
A drone flies out of the car. It flies into thin air. Bezos shoots it repeatedly with the assault rifle. Portsman and Lizbeth clap.
Amazing aim.
You're a natural.
Oh, I hardly know what I'm doing. Just a few survival classes I've been taking in my spare time.
The drone is on the ground crying an upsettingly human-like scream.
Sorry, that's, it's been a bug.
He shoots it again. It dies.
This thing's really nasty. What is it?
That's an M16, Mr. Bezos.
Is this the one that teenager used to kill all those poor people at the Grove last month?
Oh, no, that was a modified Bushmaster.
God, where do they get those guns? You know, Amazon is the only online retailer that doesn't sell guns. I said never ever will I sell guns on this site.
Yes, thank you for that, Mr. Bezos.
Horrible thing that was. Troubled kid. How many people did he kill again? 13?
I thought it was 15 because he killed his parents first.
Right, of course. How awful and terrible.
No, 15 was the Arby's killer. I remember because he used an AR-15 to kill 15.
Oh, right. Truly awful and sick.
Lizbeth begins to sing softly.
He was a lonely boy with low self-esteem. Went to an Arby's with an AR-15. Killed those people who didn't need to die. Bleeding from their mouths with half-chewed curly fries. Sorry, that was just sometimes singing a song makes things better.
So, no one's ever used an M16 to do one of those rampages?
Not on American soil, sir. These are military grade.
Good, because I ordered these for my houses for a special reason, and boy, are they nasty! Can't imagine if these got into public hands.
Oh yeah, it'd for sure be the deadliest mass shooting ever. 100 dead, easily. But of course, obviously.
It would never.
So we're just...
Well, that's good. You two know your stuff.
He hands Portsman the rifle.
Hey, so, do you guys like me? Like as a person?
Portsman and Lizbeth both nod, unsure.
I'm sorry, you don't know me at all. I feel like no one likes me anymore. Like, everyone hates me. I got divorced, which sucked major ass. And the riots started, and I'm pro-BLM for the record. There's a whole documentary on Prime about it and everything. But then my workers started abusing company property, which is just unfortunate because I want to help, you know? And now we have this whole unionization thing in Alabama, which is just so misguided. I just am beginning to feel like the world just wants me dead or something.
We don't hate you, Mr. Bezos.
You've done so much good for the world.
You really think so? You're not just saying that?
You frickin' revolutionized online retail.
You've made grocery shopping so convenient.
You employ like half the country.
You single-handedly sustain America's economy when we're all quarantined.
We love you.
Oh, come on.
No, really. It's an honor to work for you.
A great honor. To be honest, we've always sort of hoped you'd stop by someday.
Union people don't understand. It's all a scam so some mafioso can get rich at the track.
You're so right. You guys are great. Can I give you both a hug?
The three have a group hug. Bezos takes out the Radical Optimist Bible from Portsman.
I see you're a radical optimist too.
Mr. Bezos, you practice?
Of course, I'm dedicated to it. Americans are so sad and pessimistic these days, but good things are ahead. The 24-hour news cycle makes their money by scaring us, but the truth is things are going to be better than ever. We have a new president.
Damn straight.
Damn straight.
Can you two keep a secret? No one knows I'm here. We're, having some trouble up in Seattle. Have you heard anything about that?
He waits. They haven't.
Folks are, Well, some of those workers found my home address. They started giving me trouble up at my home there. I sent my kids to their moms, but I figured I'd come here and clear my head. I mean, I just love it down here. Of course, now this smoke.
Sorry the air is so crappy.
Hey, you didn't set the fire, right?
Nope.
I don't think anyone followed me here. Luckily, I should be able to get some peace.
Not a relief.
Yes, but God forbid anything happens. You two can keep me safe, right?
Absolutely.
We're ready for anything that's coming.
Great, because it really is just, unfortunately, getting a little ugly up there. I hate to do this, but I did unfortunately have to bring in local SWAT just for my own safety.
That's so sad. You don't deserve that.
Misguided souls. They can't see that you're doing more help than harm.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, and I mean, I get it. No one could have foreseen how badly the virus was going to hurt the economy. I mean, thank God we're recovering. People want change, but no one can agree on how we do it. Unrelated, have either of you ever taken a human life? This is just hypothetical, of course, but there are unfortunately some people who just would do anything to try and harm me.
Well, I've never killed anyone, sir, but we've been doing a lot of target practice since they gave us the new guns.
Yes, I've never killed anyone, but it turns out we're really good shots.
Yeah, Lizbeth is basically American Sniper.
And Portsman over here is essentially Chris Kyle.
Except neither of us have ever killed anyone.
Yeah, I don't really believe in killing.
Cool, neither do I. This is just purely hypothetical, because ideally no one would ever be so sad or sick that they'd come and try and hurt me.
That's radical optimism.
Exactly, but God forbid someone were to get on the property, I just want to be sure.
Oh, yeah, once they're on the property.
We'd never let them get on the property.
But God forbid they got on the property.
As we've said, we're very good shots. They'd be dead. God forbid.
And we're such good shots they wouldn't even feel any pain. God forbid.
And it would be legal, even though it would be very sad. God forbid.
Oh, great. That's really relieving to hear. That's good. There'd be no pain. I'm sorry. I know this is an upsetting thing to think about.
Portsman dry heaves.
I'm okay.
I believe no one will come up here. And I believe they'll all realize you're helping out and that everything will be okay. That's what I believe.
I share that belief.
Yeah, I guess I should believe what you both believe.
Don't forget to breathe.
Right. Of course. May I?
Bezos gestures towards the gate.
Of course.
Portsman presses a button. The gate opens. Bezos walks back into his car and drives up to the gate.
You two are kind souls. What are your names?
I'm Portsman.
Lizbeth,
How long have you been working for me?
About 3 years.
3.5 for me.
Wow, I guess I should really come by this house more often.
Please, come by any time.
Your names sound very familiar. Have I heard them before?
Oh,
Portsman pulls out the Amazon Basics waste disposal container.
We were semi-finalists for last year's Innovational Employee Environmental Health Initiative.
Get out of town! You were semi-finalists for IWEHI?
we were the ones who came up with the idea to combine our urine containers, so we didn't have to use as many.
Half the waste without any productivity loss.
Of course. With your idea, we were able to reduce the number of waste containers in facilities by half. Wow, I had no idea I was in the presence of such talented minds.
Oh, all we did was start peeing in the same container.
Nonsense. You're saving money, time, and the earth to boot. I feel like I should reward you both.
Oh, please, Mr. Bezos, the gift cards were enough.
Nonsense. Alexa, remind me to add an extra 200 to Portsman and Lizbeth's Christmas bonus.
Portsman and Lizbeth look at each other excitedly.
Huh. Well, I'll make sure it gets done. I'll see you both later.
He puts the car in drive.
Mr. Bezos, sorry, real quick.
Oh?
No, it's just, I wanted to say, the bonus is nice. It's great, thank you. But, and, we like working here for you, but, to be honest, I'm aspiring to be a television writer.
I am too, to be honest.
So we like this job. But I want to let you know that, if you ever need someone to, like, write something,
Or if you need 2 people.
Yeah, because you said we had talent, and, yeah.
Oh, well. Huh. I'll keep that in mind. Nice to meet you both.
Bezos drives up towards the house. Portsman closes the gate. Lizbeth puts her hands in her face. Portsman vomits, missing the container.
Oh.
I fucked that up so badly.
Are you kidding me? I'm the one who came off like a total dweeb.
I sing a song about a mass shooting.
You're a writer. You can't help but make art out of things that impact the world, including your songs. I sound like a teenage girl when I talk to him.
First of all, there's nothing wrong with sounding like a teenage girl. Being a teenage girl is not a fucking character trait, let alone a negative one. The experiences of women aged 13 to 19 are diverse and valid. So let's just leave that shit behind, please. And second of all, I can just see it now. Me pitching my pilot to him in 5 years, and he stops me and goes like, wait, weren't you that security guard who talked about how many people that pimple-faced fuck killed in the fast food restaurant?
We're being too negative. We need to look on the bright side.
I wish a deranged lunatic would slit my fucking throat.
Lizbeth, you can't say stuff like that.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'm sorry about the teenage girl thing.
It's fine. You're like one of the biggest feminists I know. I'm just holding you accountable.
I appreciate that sentiment and will not allow it to poison my ego.
I'm feeling pessimistic. What does the Bible say?
Portsman pulls out the Bible. He opens it.
Remember, radical optimism doesn't mean always feeling great. Suffering is part of life. We just have to remember active suffering versus passive suffering. Are you going to suffer passively, or are you going to take your suffering and apply it to your future success?
Right. I'm an active sufferer. I know this about myself.
This could be an amazing part of your pilot, like an awkward moment between the main character and her boss.
My main character doesn't work a job, though. She inherits an estate through a fluke, remember?
Right. I forgot. Sorry.
That's okay. You haven't read it.
Portsman's phone begins to ring.
Oh, shit, I gotta take this.
Portsman, you can't take a call. If he sees you, it'll look bad on both of us. We want to make a good impression if we're going to get Amazon to produce our pilots one day.
I'm being radically optimistic that he won't come back down right now.
Pointing to the cameras on the gate.
But the cameras...
I'm being radically optimistic that he's not watching the cameras right now because he's a very busy man. Lizbeth, I really need to take this.
Just be fast.
I will.
He picks up the phone.
Hello? Oh, hi, honey. Yeah, well, that's good, right? Oh, it's not? Well, okay, yeah. We'll figure it out, though, for sure. And we'll talk more when I get home. I'm sure it's fine, though. Okay. I love you, too. Bye-bye.
He hangs up.
Sorry, that was my wife.
You're married?
Portsman lifts his wedding ring, which is now on a necklace under his shirt.
10 years.
You've been married for 10 years.
Yeah.
We've worked together for 3 years, and you've never mentioned you were married?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Weird. So my son might be sick.
You have a son?
Yeah, he's 6. I love him so much.
How sick?
Like cancer.
Oh shit. What kind?
Like the really bad kind that kills you.
Fuck.
Yeah. We're getting some tests done right now, so, it might not be cancer, but then, like, every time the phone rings, I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm radically optimistic that your son doesn't have cancer.
Thanks. It would for sure be sick if he didn't have cancer.
For sure.
I started thinking about, like, how could I write about it if he did, though?
Oh yeah?
Yeah, like, it'd be a good movie, I think. Is that so incredibly fucked up?
I don't think so. You have to process it.
That's true. Besides, he probably doesn't have it.
He absolutely does not have it. 0% chance. I can't believe you're married. I want to meet your wife.
Oh, yeah, you can meet her. That could be fun. We can get dinner or something. If you have, like, a husband or partner.
Not anymore. Remember that...
Oh, right. The snake bite. That's okay. Just the 3 of us, then. That'll be fun, too.
Yeah. What's she like?
She's, like, incredible. I love her so much. She's so talented and well-dressed. and she's far too beautiful for my fat ass.
Don't say things like that.
I know, it's not right to say, but it's just genuinely fucked up. We live in a society where a woman as beautiful and intelligent as my wife can be attracted to a flaming dumpster fire like myself.
Perhaps the optimistic way to look at it is that she's not attracted to you at all, but rather she feels like she has to be with you because her self-esteem is so low, she thinks that's what she deserves.
Right. How is that optimistic?
Just because it would reflect more on her and less on society as a whole.
Oh, right, of course. But I'm also optimistic that she is attracted to me. Like, she enjoys my face and thinks I'm handsome, even if she's wrong.
Well, that's good to hear.
Bezos walks back down towards the gate.
Oh shit, he's coming back.
Fuck, we have to be cooler than last time.
Clean up your fucking vomit.
Portsman tries to put his vomit in the container, but realizing he's out of time, uses his foot to slide his vomit into the bush. Bezos reaches the gate. He stands on the other side of it.
So, TV writers, huh?
Yeah, specifically for Amazon Originals.
Oh, you don't have to say that. You can aspire to write for any streaming service.
Actually, we are confident that Amazon's where it's at.
Fuck Netflix. Fuck Hulu. Fuck Disney. Mandalorian sucks shit.
Yeah, fuck Disney. Fuck Apple. Ted Lasso can get fucked.
Fuck Paramount Plus. Fuck Discovery Plus.
HBO Max, more like HBO suck.
More like HB below maximum suckage.
Netflix shows are basically just like the streaming equivalent of mass shootings. They're relevant for like 3 days and then everyone forgets they ever happened.
I don't agree with that rhetoric, but you're not wrong.
But also, like, Amazon has the best stuff. It's true. The Boys, Mrs. Maisel, Mozart in the Jungle, R-rated Lord of the Rings show with real sex in it.
Transparent, I Love Dick, Jack Ryan, Modern Love.
Fleabag.
Oh, God, I love Fleabag. Phoebe is a genius.
You've met her?
We get dinner every few months.
Thank you, Mr. Bezos, for distributing Fleabag in America.
And thanks for securing PWB for further projects. Can't wait.
And thank you for Fleabag Season 3 and 4 and Fleabag Movie.
I thought she was done after 2, but I'm glad she wasn't.
Well, yeah, she did say that, but when the audience demands it, a negotiation can always be reached.
I can't wait to see what she has next.
Well, we're planning on releasing the next season just in time for the winter spike so no one misses it during the summer blackouts.
Yes! Of course, we'll be guarding your house as essential employees, but that's good for all the work from home employees.
So yeah, I guess we're just a little excited to write an Amazon original.
By little, I mean we would pee ourselves.
Well, it's exciting to hear you're both so passionate about writing for a television department. I love the enthusiasm.
Amazon is the only place to work in the 2020s.
You know, I can't promise anything, but this whole conundrum of an HQ has made me think. Maybe I want to just write my own story, you know? Maybe I should have a show.
Whoa, really?
That sounds like an amazing idea.
Well, I'm only planning it right now, but, like, you see how people love Fleabag and they love how she does bad things and makes relatable choices? I bet even the poor, misguided individuals rioting at my house up in Washington like Fleabag.
Who wouldn't?
Well, I was thinking, what about, like, a show like Fleabag? But instead, it's about a man who owns a big corporation and is a billionaire. And, like, it would sort of be based off of my life and all the adventures I've had.
Wow.
That sounds like really good.
I'd watch the fucking shit out of that.
You think so? I think I want my story told, you know? I'm tired of being torn down by newspapers and all these holier-than-thou Twitter profiles. Media can be so influential. They make billionaires look like caricatures of villains who are greedy and evil. They don't ever focus on the programs we fund or the people we employ. Hell, I'm funding half the government right now. And sure, they all complain now, but who was delivering their groceries and toilet paper when they were stuck inside for 2 years?
Amazon.com.
Exactly! And I mean, they don't ever point out that we're just normal people who worked really hard to get where we are. But that doesn't mean we don't like to cuddle or drink Sprite. I mean, don't get me wrong, there are bad billionaires.
Fuck Mark Zuckerberg.
Fuck Trump.
Exactly. Zuckerberg's a sociopath. Trump's a narcissist. Elon Musk is just a geek with a daddy complex. Whose spaceships suck, by the way. But I grew up working on my grandfather's farm. I think people need to see me for who I really am, how I'm using my wealth to help the world, not harm it.
Definitely. There are good billionaires and bad billionaires.
Like, wealth distribution is definitely a problem in this country. But some rich people, like Tom Hanks, use their wealth and platform for good.
It's not about the wealth itself, it's about how you use it. Or so I've heard.
Exactly. I don't know, though. Maybe I'm too boring.
That's not true.
I'm fascinated by everything about you, Mr. Bezos.
Yeah, well, I just wish there was a way to add a little spice to it, you know? I thought maybe he could be moonlighting as a superhero, but I realize that's just Batman.
Batman is another example of a good billionaire, though.
That's true.
Well, maybe if I could just pitch a little, Mr. Bezos. What if you gave the billionaire protagonist a bit of a personal backstory? Something tragic, to make him relatable?
What do you have in mind?
Well, what if, just for example, the billionaire's son was dying of, like, a really rare cancer, and he, like, can't get over the fact that all the money he worked so hard for still can't cure his son?
Oh, I do like that. Maybe you should be writing this show.
Or, just another quick pitch, the billionaire's mom committed suicide, and he has spent his entire life trying to outrun the guilt by becoming all the things he thinks his mom wanted, but he can't shake the fact that he feels somehow responsible, even though everyone says he's very not responsible. It actually makes it worse when people tell him how not responsible he is, because it feels like some grand conspiracy to hide the truth, and it motivates him towards his success, but when the only motivation is negative reinforcement, it makes the failures altogether more painful.
Bezos points to Lizbeth.
I almost like that more. Cancer is so sad. I wouldn't want cancer to dominate the show.
She can even visit him as a ghost.
The son could have already died of cancer, like, a few years ago.
I don't know. Cancer as a narrative device just feels kind of cheap these days.
I mean, it's kind of anti-feminist, non-woke for a male billionaire's daughter to be ritually sacrificed and only work as a narrative device to serve the male protagonist.
I don't really see it that way, and she wouldn't be the only woman character on the show. There could be a woman billionaire to balance it out.
Oh yes, definitely woman billionaire. We need that on screen.
Rivals.
Friends!
Friends is good. Frenemies, perhaps. Maybe they're thinking of merging their companies, and that's the arc of season 1.
Oh my god, get in my Amazon writer's room right now.
Show me the way, lol.
Maybe they dated in college.
It's not Ally McBeal.
Bezos checks his watch.
Listen, this is great content. Exactly the kind of energy I need in my writer's rooms. None of the ego you get with the more established. Why don't you both each give me a 6-page pitch by tomorrow? I'll read them over and send it in to the head of our television department with a heavy recommendation. Who knows, maybe you'll be show running my show.
Really?
Yes, of course. I mean, it is completely out of my hands, but still, I'm excited. But for now, I'm gonna go get some much needed R&R.
You've earned it.
Take a load off, sir.
Make sure my house doesn't get taken over by any crazed maniacs, okay?
But no, we won't let that happen, sir.
What is that? Over on the hill.
Portsman and Lizbeth look.
It looks like the fire. Must have spread over the 405.
Is that coming this way?
I'm not sure.
No. Radical optimism. It's not coming over here.
Right. It's not. Of course it's not.
No, it won't be coming here.
Bezos, Portsman, and Lizbeth look at the fire. Bezos steps back into the gate. Fades black. Portsman and Lizbeth each sit on the ground, furiously typing on laptops. As the scene progresses, the stage increasingly glows in an orange haze as the fire gets closer.
That fire's getting kind of close.
Yeah, it's feeling hot.
I'm sure the firefighters are on their way, though.
Oh, for sure. They're not gonna let anything happen.
How's your pitch going?
Well, really well.
Same. I'm on a roll.
Yeah, same.
I'm writing so much. Do you think he'd actually take more than 6 pages?
I doubt it.
True that.
They type for a little longer.
Hey, why did you shoot down my ideas in front of Mr. Bezos?
You started it?
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Are you sorry?
I don't know why I have to be sorry. I was offering constructive feedback.
But you made my idea look worse.
I pointed out some minor issues with your idea.
I feel like you were being pessimistic about my idea.
No, I was being optimistic about my idea, just like you were about yours.
Well, you don't have to be pessimistic about my idea to be optimistic about yours.
You misunderstand. I wasn't being pessimistic at all. But being optimistic means thinking my ideas are valid, right?
Right. All ideas are valid.
All ideas are valid. But if there's only room for one idea, I have to be optimistic in thinking my idea is more valid than your idea, right?
Oh, yeah, that does make sense.
So no hard feelings?
Not at all.
Good.
God, it's amazing how radical optimism can just apply to anything and make perfect sense. I love it.
It's a flawless logic.
They type. There's a rustling heard.
Oh, fuck.
Oh shit.
Someone's coming.
They both simultaneously close their laptops and pick up their assault rifles.
You don't think?
I don't.
Right, optimism.
It's probably just a fan.
Right. I've never seen a fan of Mr. Bezos coming here, though.
They knew Mr. Bezos was feeling low and came to say hey.
That's nice of them.
The rustling gets louder. Portsman and Lizbeth turn their head at something off stage.
Oh boy.
They don't look like a fan.
No, they don't.
Optimistic. They're just trying to get away from the fire.
Are you trying to escape the fire?
No response. The rustling gets louder.
Oh, fuck.
It's okay. They don't mean any harm.
Do you mean any harm?
I'm going to cut off Bezos' head and fuck it.
Portsman and Lizbeth look at each other.
You shouldn't try that.
We have M16s.
We're very good shots.
Fuck you, bootlickers.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
No, fuck you.
We have to be more optimistic about this. Let's start a discourse and enjoy some spirited debate.
Fuck you, stupid fuckheads.
So much for civility.
I'm going to come up to the gate and neither of you are going to do a fucking thing about it. Then I'm going to cut off Bezos' head and fuck it.
I appreciate your optimism, but would also have to assert my own optimism that if you could come over here, we will in fact shoot you.
We'll be very humane and make sure there's no pain, but you will be shot.
I'm coming up there. I have no intention to harm you. I only want Bezos.
Please don't come here.
Last warning.
The rustling gets louder.
What do we do?
We have to do it.
But I don't want to kill anyone.
Be optimistic. They'll get freaked out and turn around.
Lizbeth fires some warning shots. Portsman fires some warning shots. Trashy enters, sprinting towards the gate.
Fuck!
Fuck!
They both fire. Blood splatters. Trashy falls to the ground, screaming in pain.
Fuck, there's pain!
And they're still alive.
Fuck!
Bezos runs out of his mansion down to the gate.
What's happening? What's going on?
Mr. Bezos, someone was trying to attack you.
She said she was gonna cut off your head and fuck it, sir.
Let me out.
Mr. Bezos.
Let me out.
Portsman presses the button. Bezos walks up to Trashy.
What's the problem here? Eat shit and die, you fucking terrorist.
If you have a problem with our services, there is a tab on the website to contact customer service.
I work for you, you fucking psychopath.
Then I invite you to address this to HR. But this is unacceptable! You can't come to someone's house and attack them like this!
I think it's one of the rioters, sir.
Is this true, my friend? Are you here to harm me?
I don't want to hurt you. I'm here to kill you.
Well, that's just awful! That really hurts my feelings. And I have to say, we're going to have to review your employment status after this.
I don't care.
You did get the wages we raised, right?
I don't care. It wasn't enough.
Not enough! That sets me back years, and it comes out of my wallet! Don't you read the email blasts? I'm putting all this money back into our company. I'm putting this company back into this country and this planet. This is an investment for you and me.
I don't care.
Well, you should care.
You're being really unfair to Mr. Bezos right now.
You shot me!
She probably does need medical attention.
Yes, yes. Please, take her away from here.
I'll come right back and kill you.
Please stop saying that.
Face me, you asshole.
Why can't you give me a chance? I'm doing everything I can. You're being so immature.
Bezos starts to weep.
It's not fair. Everyone hates me. Everyone's against me, but I'm a human being. Why can't people realize that? Why is everyone so awful?
People like you, sir.
I don't want to be here anymore. I hate this place.
No, Mr. Bezos, please, we like you.
You two were supposed to take care of this. Now look, It's a disaster. Fuck this!
Bezos runs back to the mansion.
But Mr. Bezos, wait!
He's gone. Behind the gate, a light turns on.
9,
A countdown
8,
begins.
What the hell is that?
Look,
6, 5,
Is he in that rocket ship?
he's going to space!
2,
Is he going to come
One.
back for our pitches?
0.
He will. I'm sure he will.
The rocket takes off. It flies off the stage, out of the theater, and into space. We watch it fly above our heads.
He'll come back. I'm optimistic he'll come back.
But we were supposed to pitch our pilots today.
He'll be back, Lizbeth. I promise.
Radical optimism. He'll be back.
We fade into darkness. Slowly, we look above and we see Bezos is caught in space. He is curled up into a fetal position. He holds himself, completely naked.
I want to fuck. It's too painful. They're so violent. Why do they have to be so violent? I know I have to go back, but I'd rather stay up here where it's safe. Does that make me a coward? I'm not a coward. But what if they never truly know the things I'm doing for them? What if they don't see the benefit of the sacrifices I made for them until it's too late?
He looks down.
Things they say, things they threaten, just trying to help. But they blame everything on me. The earth is dying. People are suffering. I have too much money. Maybe they're right. Maybe I should just...
He uncurls, landing on his spaceship. He stands up straight and meditates.
No. Remember, radical optimism. I deserve this. I'm a good person. I've earned this because I'm a good person. The earth is dying. But remember, that doesn't mean humanity is ending. Earth is a place of limited possibilities and ideas, and we need to expand into the infinite. The environment collapsing is only the push forward we need, the cutting of the umbilical cord necessary to separate ourselves from the things we've outgrown. To go into space and explore.
He opens up the roof of the theater to show the vastness of space.
People are suffering, but it's active suffering. We put aside great inconvenience to ourselves in order to secure our future. We work longer and harder today because we need to move forward as soon as possible. We cut our pay and our benefits today because we need to invest as much money as possible into who we will become. I have too much money. But it's not my money. I have more money than one person could ever want, but I'm not keeping it for no reason. It's ours. It's an investment in the future, our children's future. The people who want to kill me today, their children will go to Bezos Elementary on the moon. And the children of those children will be exploring the galaxy in a Blue Point travel pod, meeting creatures of entire other planets. But we can only get that future. We can only go to that place if you just let me do what I need to do.
He looks down. He looks at the people below.
I know you're all scared about the future, and I know I'm an easy scapegoat. If I could talk to everyone on Earth and you could all hear me and understand, I would just want you to know that it's all going to be okay. I'm going to take care of you. You have to let me hold you. I know it seems like you want to fight me, but waste time fighting me now and we'll all be suffering for no reason. Everyone will burn together in the wasteland, and you don't deserve that. You think you want a revolution, but you don't want to fight. You don't want to die over this. You have your cool little shows and your fun little hobbies and your improv comedy and your nice little Etsy stores and your stories. All your great, wonderful stories. You don't deserve to have your stories drowned out by some stupid little revolution. Just let me get a little closer. Let me explore a little more, and I promise we will thrive. Things are confusing and scary, but you have to remember, you like Amazon. It's like a genuinely good service. And since you already use it, you might as well keep using it, right? You might feel like you're not supposed to anymore, or you're not allowed to, but that's just media. Trump, of all people, hates us. And anything that Trump hates must be good, right? That's my philosophy anyway. Trump was temporary. Amazon is forever. You know, it's okay to like Amazon. It's normal. It's not fucked up. You can use us and know we're not perfect, and trust me, we want to be perfect. We really do. We know that when we're less than perfect, it makes us harder to love us. But we're doing our best. Just know you're not a bad person. And maybe you have friends who will look down on you for working for me or buying from me, and that's okay. We all have those friends. All you have to do is lie. Just lie. Lie and buy anyway. They won't know. And if they do know, who cares? Those people suck. Now you have to admit, those people suck, right? Even if they're supposedly right, they're probably fucked up in other ways. Maybe they're pedophiles, I don't know. But the best part is Amazon is only the beginning. It's only the first step of hundreds and hundreds of steps in the plan I made for you. Yes, you. You don't know it yet, but I'm making a special place up here for us. You're going to love it. I know you will. Because I know you. And I love you. Did you know that? You joke about it, but it's true. It's not a scary thing, it's a good thing. I know each and every one of you better than you know yourselves. I know you because I care about you, and I'm going to take care of you. But I need you on my side. But maybe you don't care. Maybe it's too late and you've been so poisoned and hurt that you'd rather just let it all burn. The optimism has drained from your souls. It hurts my heart to see you like this, so mad and apathetic. It hurts so bad I can't stand it. Maybe we'd all just be a little happier if I went and saw what was coming for myself and, oh wow, oh, it's beautiful. I wish you could be here and see what I can see. Oh, you wouldn't believe your eyes.
Back down on Earth, Portsman and Lizbeth look up at the sky.
Maybe he's coming back tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
I don't know how long it takes a rocket ship to land.
What if he doesn't come back? What if she scared him away forever?
Lizbeth, we can't think like this.
I'm sorry, I can't stop it.
Lizbeth walks up to Trashy and kicks him. Lizbeth kicks Trashy.
Fuck you, asshole!
Trashy moans in pain.
Lizbeth, show some compassion.
This fucking asshole ruined everything!
But we have to be better. Remember, these are the vital Biden years of unity.
With all due respect to our kind-souled commander-in-chief, we have to make things right with Mr. Bezos. We failed him.
Right. No, you're right.
We'd promised we'd never let anyone get on the property.
We did.
And there's been enough pain.
There's been enough pain.
What does that mean? Lizbeth lifts her assault rifle and points it at Trashy's head. Trashy doesn't flinch. Lizbeth lowers her gun.
I can't do it.
Oh, don't worry, it's legal, remember?
I know it's legal, but it feels out of character for me. Like people are not going to be able to root for me in my own show if I'm a killer, you know?
You don't have to write about it in the show.
But my show's so personal, if I left out the fact I killed someone, it would feel inauthentic.
Right, that makes sense.
Plus, legal or not, I just don't think killers are good people. And if I killed someone, would I even deserve the success of having my own show?
What the fuck are you talking about?
Shut up!
Shut the fuck up!
Wait,
What's up?
Lizbeth pulls Portman aside.
I have an optimistic idea.
Oh yeah?
Remember what the Optimist Bible says about violence?
Violence is never the answer, unless it's in self-defense, or for athletic competition.
Exactly. Look at her. We're not defending anything by killing her.
True. At this point, we'd just be avenging.
And avenging is pessimistic. Can't let people live rent-free in your mind.
Exactly. We need to charge rent for that kind of headspace. You know what they say in Infinity War? Avenging is for the Avengers. What should we do?
Well, we're writers, right? We use what we write to impact the world.
Right, of course, we can use our words.
Let's reach across the aisle and show this wayward soul the error of their ways.
That's a great idea, and super optimistic.
Exactly! And what better form of optimism than being optimistic that you can make other people optimistic?
If we can convert one person to the side of optimism just by talking to them, imagine what we could do with our own television shows.
Mr. Bezos would pretty much have to greenlight 6 seasons on the spot.
Mine's more of a 4-season arc, but I get you.
Let's do this.
Portsman and Lizbeth high five.
Empathy!
They walk back over to Trashy.
Hello, ma'am.
What?
My name's Lizbeth.
And I'm Portsman.
Hi, Portsman. Hi, Lizbeth. Why don't you both go put those guns under your chin and paint the grass with your brains?
Okay, so I have to be honest with my feelings here and say that makes me uncomfortable.
You shot me.
Right.
We did do that.
And we are here to say
We're sorry.
it was in defense.
But we're still sorry, Miss, what is your name?
Deanna.
Deanna, we are both sorry.
Okay.
Would you like us to call you an ambulance?
I don't have health insurance.
Oh,
Well, there's a variety of payment plans that may be useful.
I'm not going to the hospital.
well then, we'll have to ask you to leave.
Once again, you shot me in the leg.
Perhaps we can provide a stick for you to lean on.
Or order you an Uber pool.
I'm not leaving, so you might as well shoot me.
Nonsense, we would never shoot you.
You just did. And then you almost did again.
Yes, but that was in the past.
We have to move forward.
Dwelling in the past is the realm of pessimist.
Optimism is the belief in the future.
Oh, God. You're radical optimists?
Yes, do you practice?
Fuck no. You people are the worst. God, it's one thing to get lectured by a fucking radical optimist, but it's 10 times worse when they're a fucking wannabe rent-a-cops.
Hey!
Whoa.
We are not cops.
We're not trying to oppress, just defend.
We're only security guards.
With assault rifles.
Yes, ma'am. I mean, they're for extreme scenarios.
Was shooting me an extreme scenario?
I just kind of think you're pulling that card a little too often.
The what card?
The we shot you card?
Card? You fucking shot me!
You were trespassing.
Yes, and you did threaten Mr. Bezos' life.
In a really grotesque way.
It wasn't a threat. I'm going to do it.
You really shouldn't say that.
That can be used against you in court.
Lizbeth studies law to write police procedurals.
I've written specs for all 4 law and orders, even LA.
I'm not going to fucking court.
Well, I mean, that's not really up to you.
I came here to kill Bezos or die trying.
Well, the real cops will deal with that.
There's no cops coming.
The fire department will be here soon.
The entire street's on fire. No firemen are getting here.
Well, Mr. Bezos isn't coming back, so,
He'll come back,
we'll be here when he gets back.
and so will I.
No, you fucking won't, you fucking piece of shit.
Portsman,
Sorry.
breathe.
Right.
Let's do a 360 cool down.
Portsman and Lizbeth slowly spin in a circle while inhaling and exhaling. When they turn around, Portsman wears a big smile.
Right. So, we have a slight problem here.
Yes.
You see, we have to tell you that we're 99.98% confident that you will not be able to kill Mr. Bezos.
And that if you were to wait here and don't get any medical attention, you will die.
M16 shots are unfortunately very lethal. You're probably bleeding a lot right now.
If I can't kill Bezos, then I'll make sure his house burns down.
We are not going to let that happen.
Why not? It's just a house. It's almost definitely insured.
How would you like it if somebody came to your house and burned it down?
I don't have a house.
Not right now, but eventually you might.
And you wouldn't want it to happen then, would you?
I truly don't think I'm ever going to own a house.
Well, that's just pessimism.
And you're being pessimistic that I can't burn down the house.
No, we're being optimistic that you can't.
Well, I'm being optimistic that I can.
Fucker!
Portsman,
She's using the Bible for evil.
it's okay. People use Bibles for evil all the time. Good will overcome.
Right. Good will overcome.
Portsman and Lizbeth do another 360 cooldown.
Deanna, you are a kind soul. I can tell. You have been agitated. You need to think about your actions.
I have thought about my actions. I'm acting in self-defense.
I don't think so.
Cutting someone's head off and having relations with it is not self-defense.
It is self-defense.
Even if it was, You wouldn't have to fuck the head.
Yes, even in the ridiculous situation in which Mr. Bezos was forcing you to kill him in self-defense, fucking his head would be a step too far.
No, the fucking of the head is necessary for the defense of myself. Portsman and Lizbeth look at each other. Remember, optimism.
That's an interesting thesis. Perhaps you'd like to expand your argument?
Bezos ran my employer out of business, then hired me for half the wage with no benefits while headquarters he built in my town drove rent so high that my family was evicted out of their own home. We share a fucking 600 square foot studio while we scrape together enough money every month to buy insulin for my brother and pay our $3,000 a month rent. When COVID hit, everyone except my dad was laid off, and he contracted COVID from the warehouse, and he's currently on a ventilator. So now we have no income, no insurance, and soon, no place to live.
Well,
Wow.
I mean, did you get the stimulus?
Yes, I got the fucking check.
Okay.
That's rough. We can't deny it.
Kinda sounds like you're experiencing what a lot of our fellow Americans are experiencing, according to what I've read in the New York Times.
But you can't turn to violence.
Exactly. It's not self-defense.
It is self-defense against Bezos and the systems he enforces.
Well, you can't really commit self-defense against a system.
It's too ambiguous.
How about this? You donate to a children's hospital, and we'll match that donation with whatever signing bonus we get from our pilots. And everyone will feel better rather than some of us feeling worse.
I don't think you understand. I'm not going away, ever.
You are for sure going away.
Yeah, we've seen people like you before. You always go away.
The real change from the glorious compromise of peaceful protesters.
I've been a peaceful protester. My whole life I've been protesting.
Oh, really? Us too.
Which ones did you go to? Which ones were your favorite?
Science March of 18 was my personal fave.
We're finding common ground. This is good. This is progress.
But that's what I'm saying. The protest didn't work.
Well, sure they did.
Yeah, they sent a huge message. Didn't you see the Women's March?
Yeah, I mean, you can't expect protests to, actually change things immediately. They're more like sending a strongly worded letter which helps things get better over time.
Which does work. I got a full refund at a Denny's by doing that, and Trump is no longer in office.
You aren't listening to me. I'm telling you, if anything I had done in my life, anything else had even remotely helped me, or my family, or my friends, or my community, I would not be here. And I don't know if this will work, but I know it will do more than anything I've done so far. I don't want to do this, but I have to.
You don't have to.
So dramatic.
No, we have to. My comrades and I have organized and fought and planned for months. This is a revolution. You and your pseudo-fascist security positions have betrayed your own kind.
Hey, we are just like you.
We don't have health insurance either.
We're good people.
Then you should join us and burn down his house.
No!
Listen, wealth inequality is super unchill, and your life sounds really sad, and it would make a really good movie or even an episode of This Is Us, but you can't let it turn you to radical political violence. You gotta vote.
You know what's more radical than radical political violence? Being optimistic, motherfucker. We optimistically voted Trump out of office, and now we're making progress towards better healthcare down the road. That's why you gotta vote. Did you vote?
Oh my God.
You didn't vote? Did you?
So while you are off pissing and moaning about not being able to buy insulin, millions of people like Portsman and I came together to vote.
And I'm sure some people who needed insulin voted too.
And now things are starting the process of eventually getting to get better.
And now you're shooting people to defend the house of a multi-billionaire who can't even pay you health insurance.
We're working our way up the ladder. Ever heard of it? We're okay without health insurance.
Exactly. We're young and healthy. We'll get our insurance when we need it.
Exactly. We're earning our health insurance.
I can't believe you didn't vote.
Maybe you should just shoot me.
Maybe we should.
No, we won't stoop to your violence. But we don't have to tolerate your pessimism either.
People like you have a right to be angry. But when you act like this, you make it worse for everyone.
Voting and singing is cool, but acting like this makes you no better than a mass shooter. Radical loser coming on the lawn, gets shot down right before the dawn. She's so misguided she can't see that everything will be okay eventually.
Trashy is texting.
Hey!
Who are you texting?
Comrades?
Are they coming to pick you up?
No, I was stupid. I came here alone because I thought I would have a better chance of doing this by myself, but I was wrong. The revolution cannot be performed by one person.
Exactly.
I'm glad you came to that realization.
So I told my comrades that Bezos has left his house and they're all coming over here now to take as much as we can from it and then let it burn down.
Wait, no, text them not to do that.
You should tell them we'll shoot them if they come.
You would shoot people over a house.
No, and that's why they shouldn't come.
Well, they're coming.
Then we'll shoot them.
You don't have to. Bezos isn't inside.
But it's his house, and it's our job.
So quit.
We can't. This is how we make our livelihood.
Unlike you, we have jobs.
Then go home. Take a sick day. There's a fire right over there. It's not like he's looking out for you.
Absolutely not. We go above and beyond our job and duty, and that's why we have an IEEHI award.
Plus, I used all my sick days.
Do you think that protecting his house is more important than not killing people?
No, so they shouldn't come.
I am optimistic your friends won't come.
But they are coming, and there's at least 100 of them.
God, fuck people like you. You are the worst people on earth. You think you're so superior, but really you're just making things shittier for everyone else. You are nothing. Worthless. An ant, but one of those ants from Australia that eats human shit.
There's probably millions of dollars of stuff in that house. If we even took a small fraction of it to help our friends and family, we will have done more to help the world than you did in your entire life.
Huh, unlikely, fuckface.
We're artists, bitch. Our work will transcend time and space.
We literally push society forward.
You can give someone a few valuable things from Bezos' house, but we will alter their minds and change their lives forever.
You're artists.
Damn straight.
Damn straight.
Why are you carrying around assault rifles and shooting people then?
For the last time,
We're working our way up the ladder. And if you must know, we've just been chosen to pitch for an Amazon original.
Our work and our message will be seen by millions and millions of people. How's that for making an impact?
But what's your message?
There's lots of messages.
Like what?
Women,
And toxic masculinity.
and loss,
And privilege.
and belief,
And grief.
and death,
And survival.
and disease.
And big moments where the music swells and you get so excited you grab yourself and squeeze.
And small moments where your jaw hurts from crying,
And sex.
and good sex,
And bad sex.
and ugly sex,
And also not sex.
and new kinds of sex,
And things to make you forget everything and just laugh.
and things to make you remember good old things when new things are bad,
And believing in yourself.
and being creative,
And being a good person.
and making it in this industry, and being alive, and being okay, and looking ahead, and knowing things are going to be good, and that you're good, and that the things you've always wanted to be seen on screen are now there because you put them there. And now all these people who never thought they could ever be seen on screen realize that they too can be on screen, and that's all you need.
That's how we change the world.
But I thought everything was going to be okay.
It's going to be okay because we're going to make it okay.
Things are okay and getting okay-er.
Things are going up,
But they're slow.
brick by brick.
We're building something.
And you aren't building anything. You're just tearing things down.
We create, you destroy, and steal.
I create
What do you create?
poems.
You, write poems?
Yeah.
That's different.
How?
Poetry doesn't change the world.
Okay.
See the difference?
Why does it have to change the world?
That's what good art does.
So art is only good if it changes the world.
If it's good, it will reach a big audience and change the world. That's the magic of art.
So if no one else ever sees the shows you write, they're bad?
Exactly.
But that won't happen.
But what if it's good?
It is good.
Even if no one sees it.
People will see it.
Here's a poem I wrote.
Whoa, we don't want to hear it.
But if you don't hear it, how will you know if it's bad or good? Portsman and Lizbeth look at each other.
Fine, say your stupid poem.
This is called Duck Lady. Does the lady feeding ducks know the bread is killing them? She has been there every day, longer than I've been alive. Would it be crueler to tell her she's responsible for the murder of 1 million ducks? Or to let her go on, never knowing she's killing what she loves?
I like that.
I like that too.
You should give up being a terrorist and become a poet.
I am a poet.
Then you should do it for real.
I am doing it for real.
You should try and get published.
I like it the way it is.
Well then, your art's never going to have any impact.
It's impacting you. You heard it.
Nope.
Yeah, sorry, not happening.
It was good for a poem, but I mean,
I already forgot it.
yeah, what was it? Seagulls?
Yeah, I completely forgot. Wait,
It's too bad. You have potential.
but so did Hitler.
Well, I don't think we should go around telling people Hitler had potential.
Sorry.
I'm happy with it.
You shouldn't be.
No one cares about it.
Well, 2 people saw it and it affected them.
We're telling you it didn't.
And 2 people is nothing.
2 more than you. Portsman kicks Trashy.
You know what? Since we apologized for shooting you, we've been nothing but nice to you. We've even complimented your stupid poem, and you have been nothing but a brat.
I'm just trying to find common ground, like you said.
Why do you want to do this anyways? You think killing one person will change anything? Try running for office, fucker.
Yeah, and Bezos, of all people, fucking killed Trump for fuck's sake.
Go kill Mark Zuckerberg.
All in good time. This is a revolution.
Your revolution fucking sucks, bro.
It's uncivil and reactionary.
Our revolution will be much better.
But you don't have a revolution. Lizbeth kicks Trashy.
We do have a revolution, and it's in our art, motherfucker.
The revolution will not be televised, but it will be streamed in over 40 million homes.
Violence is the way of the pessimist. Art is the way forward.
And not shitty, pretentious, small, fake art. Real art.
And real art needs funding.
You're so single-minded and bitter, you didn't even realize.
The real way to change the system is by working with it.
If you fight the system shoots you. But if you work in the system, you help drive it. And then you can change the direction it's going, slowly, over time.
Yeah, that seems to be working real well for you.
You'll see. Once you're streaming our pilots on Amazon Prime, when you see your comrades or whatever talking about our mid-season twists at your communist lunch table or whatever, then you'll see how effective our art can be.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
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 Well, what?
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 What if you just made art instead of making it for Amazon?
Then no one would see it. And it wouldn't affect anyone. And it would mean nothing.
People would see it.
People are subscribed to Amazon, you thick turd. There's no Revolution streaming service. There's no populist broadcasting network for good television.
It's called necessary evil, you dumb fuck. This is Joe Biden's America we are in. An era of compromise.
Portsman's phone begins to ring.
Oh shit, I gotta take this.
Be professional, Portsman. Take it over there.
For sure, for sure.
Portsman walks over. He picks up his phone.
Hello? Oh, hey, honey. Yeah, it's pretty bad over here, too. Oh. Wow. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. I don't know. We'll see. Okay. It's all gonna be okay, baby girl. I love you so much.
He hangs up.
Did you just call your wife baby girl?
Portsman vomits blood.
Fuck!
It's all good. I'm fine.
Are you sure?
Did you just vomit blood?
Yeah, it's fine. It's gonna be fine. I vomit when I get nervous.
What's wrong? Is your son okay?
That's like a lot of blood.
Oh, they're evacuating my neighborhood, and the doctor called and said the results of my boy's tests were urgent and we needed to see him immediately. And I drove the only car we have here to work, and apparently it's really hard to get Ubers right now because of the fire, and all the roads are closed because of the fire. Anyways, revolution.
You should go take care of your family.
I think she's right, Portsman.
I can't leave. This is my job. We have to defend the house.
Who cares about the fucking house? Your family needs you.
I think you should go. I'll handle it from here.
Of course. That way you can just pitch to Bezos yourself, with me out of the way.
What? That's not what I was saying.
It's fine. Let's continue our spirited debate.
There's no debate. Either you leave or kill me. Those are the only options. And if you kill me, you'll have to kill every single one of my friends too.
No, you'll leave. We'll win by talking this out.
I'm not leaving. It's one or the other. Of course, the third option is you do nothing and we all die in this fire. Portsman's phone starts ringing again.
No, this is a debate. You should debate us. You should be optimistic. You can change our minds. That's your problem. You want to start a revolution, but you don't want to convert anyone to your cause.
I stood here and told you everything I stand for and believe in. Everything I'm going through. If I spent all my life and all my energy trying to convince people like you that things are happening to me are worth doing something over, then I'd have wasted my entire existence and amounted to nothing.
Well, guess Guess what? You're still nothing.
Portsman, answer your phone.
Fucking radical optimist. I'm more optimistic than both of you combined.
Don't make me laugh. Your pessimism is the rot at the soul of this country.
You're the epitome of our inability to achieve real progress.
I'm the only one here who actually believes we can change the world. Right now we can do it if you let us into that house.
For the last time, we believe in change. It just has to be slow in very small increments over long periods of time.
Portsman, please just fucking answer the phone.
You just tell yourself that it has to be slow. You can do the bare minimum and make money from the idea of changing things while they stay the same.
I will change the world. That's optimism.
But you don't change anything because you can't afford to. Because real change would mean giving up your precious careers. You just say that you want change so you can make a fantasy about the future without taking responsibility for the present. You're not optimistic, you're complacent.
Portsman!
Fuck!
Portsman chucks his phone off stage. It lands in the fire.
What did you do?
It's fine. They'll be fine. I'm optimistic they'll be fine. She's my beautiful wife, and she's put so much aside for my fat, ugly, disgusting ass. She'll put just a little more aside today, and that's okay.
But your son, the cancer.
He's not dying of it today, and that's good. It's all going to be okay. I'll just take care of this, deliver the pitch, and then I'll see my family, and they will be totally fine.
Your son is more important than the pitch.
The pitch is for my son, Lizbeth. You, of all people, should get that.
Look at you two. You want me to try and change your mind? None of this is worth it. Can't you see that? No matter how you look at it, you've spent your entire lives hoping things would get better while you did nothing. And now when things get worse and worse, all you can do is sit here in denial. Your complacency isn't just useless, it's harmful. Not only are you not changing anything, you're helping to accelerate its deterioration.
You can lecture and moan at us all you want, but you aren't doing anything either.
You're right. I thought I could do it on my own, but you have the guns and my friends are arriving as we speak. So, all I can do is beg. Join me. Burn this house down, or hell, just let it burn on its own. This is a movement we can only achieve together. Imagine what happens if we all unite together and take what's inside that house and spread it far and wide.
I know what happens. It doesn't work, and we all get thrown in jail and executed. But what?
That's pessimistic.
No!
Portsman throws his gun on the ground. Trashy winces, thinking it might go off.
No! It's called active suffering, motherfucker. I became a writer so that I could always be actively suffering. No experience is wasted when you're a writer. You are always learning and always applying what you learn to the art you share with the world. I love it. I love writing because everything is active and it's all good. Even the worst shit on earth is good for writing. Trump was good for comedy. And the end of the world is good for writing. It's so fucking good for writing. I can't even fucking believe it. And the best part is, the worse things are, the more interesting I am. God, nowadays even white men are interesting again because Nazis are back. But they're like the old Nazis. They're our very own Nazis, and we get to love them and nourish them. Our very own little Nazis. I love them so much, little Nazi boys. They make it all interesting again. All my stupid, pathetic shit is fine, because I feel it too. But I'm no Nazi. I'm just a little writer. And don't get me fucking wrong. I want them all dead. All those little Nazi fucks. I just want to smooch them and fuck them and kill them. Personally. Door to door. I want to go to each and every house and kill every white male on this planet. My own personal white genocide. And I would do it. I really would. If it would scrub my whiteness and my maleness and my guilt from this world. But I don't even talk to the seamless man when I order delivery. So instead, I write. I write.
He burps again and again.
I know. My extremely hot wife doesn't, but I do. That it's cancer. It's all the signs. It's all there. It's going to be really fucking bad, and we might get divorced. And it's kind of thing where our marriage won't even survive. And I know it's going to be painful because my best friend died of cancer when he was 25. And I couldn't conceive how painful it was. How scared and in pain he was until the very end. I had no idea it was so painful to die until I saw him. I had no idea that you could die without making peace with the world until he did. And it's going to be all that and again. But instead, my son won't even know what's fucking happening because he's 6 years old. And I know, I sound like a pessimist right now. But that's the thing. I'm not pessimistic at all. In fact, I'm ecstatic. I am over the moon because this is destiny. This is happening to me for a reason. It's not a curse, it's a universal truth. I have been given this suffering because I absolutely must write about it and share it with the world. I must become successful. I deserve success because all the death in my life makes me feel so broken and empty that the only possible conclusion is that this is my story. It's my movie, my television show, my novel, my perspective, my unique in. I am the king of losing, the loser fucking king, the fat, disgusting symptom of the beautiful world. And yes, I only started to lose weight when Trump was elected because I couldn't be so obviously a symptom anymore. And I will articulate it all so beautifully. Everyone will stream it and watch it and cry and cry and cry. And when they do, I'll know that my son did not die so scared and in so much pain for nothing. That's the best part of art. The best part of active suffering. All the bad things are good and worthy and working towards something I know. I know the world won't collapse until I've had the chance to tell my story. I know society will last just a little longer and I will succeed. Because why else would all of this happen to me? It's all so carefully crafted and invented for me. This beautiful little narrative. And I am ready to succeed. You think I'm complacent? Fine. I'm radically complacent. Complacence is the most radical thing you can be right now because unlike you, I am not giving up on my dreams for your pathetic revolution. You want to see complacency? Here it is.
Portsman shoots Trashy in the face.
Portsman!
We have no time. There are more coming.
Portsman and Lizbeth back up against the gate. They hold their rifles out.
No pain. Remember? It's okay if there's no pain.
I don't want to kill anyone.
It's okay. You won't be a bad person if you kill these people. They're coming to hurt us.
But killing is wrong. It's not radically optimistic.
Killing is radically optimistic. Your story is valid, right?
Right?
Radical optimism. Your story is valid. You sharing your story with the world will affect millions of people's lives. Way more than however many we kill.
But killing people makes me a bad person.
Wrong again. Every day, everyone causes so much suffering. iPhones are made from human suffering. Streaming a half hour of Netflix takes as much energy as a 4-hour car drive. Even our own fires are put out by prisoners being paid $1 an hour. Hell, every time we drive a car or forget to recycle, who knows how many people we're torturing in the future with environmental decay. Think of all the suffering we don't even know we're causing. Killing people right now, humanely, shooting people in the head is the most optimistic thing you can possibly do, because there's no pain. And you're doing it to tell your story and save the world.
Shoot these people in the head and save the world.
Exactly. You got this. Are you with me?
No pain. Our own revolution. Save the world.
They begin shooting into the fire. Screams are heard.
Good shot. No pain there.
You too. Very humane.
Lizbeth shoots again.
Oh God, I think that was a kid.
No, I saw him. It was just a small evil man.
They continue shooting off the stage. They start to cry while they continue to shoot. Lizbeth starts to shake. She drops her gun.
Lizbeth,
I'm sorry.
do the exercise.
I can't, not right now.
Do it. It will help.
I will be successful.
You will be successful.
Portsman hands her the rifle again. They fire.
I am a good person.
You are a good person.
I deserve success because I am a good person.
You deserve success because you are a good person.
They finish firing. Silence.
I think that's all of them. Now, deep breath.
Lizbeth doesn't breathe. Smoke has invaded the stage.
How many people did we kill?
It doesn't matter. They died without pain and they'll burn in the fire. Just breathe.
I just want to know the number.
It's unquantifiable. You can't live your life like that. Just breathe.
But
Optimism is the instinct to breathe when you are suffering. Now breathe.
Lizbeth takes a deep breath. She coughs immediately on all the smoke. She collapses.
Lizbeth!
The fire begins to close in on them. They back up against the gate.
fuck, we're gonna die. We shouldn't have done this. We're terrible people.
No, they died because they were pessimists. Think positive, come on.
But she made art.
What? Who?
She made art.
But was her art more valid than your art?
All art is valid.
All art is valid, but a great person once told me that being optimistic about art means believing some art is more valid than others.
Right. Optimism. That's all it is.
It's going to be okay.
Firefighters will be here soon. We'll be saved.
We'll be saved. That's optimism. We'll be saved.
We'll be saved. We'll be heroes for protecting his home.
He'll give us each 2 shows and a movie, and we'll use that to change the world.
We deserve to be saved. We deserve to be successful. We're good for this world.
Exactly. Just imagine how much you're going to change everything.
What do you think her poem meant?
The one about the hawks?
Yeah, the pelicans.
I don't know.
They sit in silence. The fire begins to close in even more.
The fire closed in. It was so hot. 2 friends were sitting quite fraught, but little did they know that they'd be saved any minute now. What if we're not saved?
We will be.
But what's the optimistic side of not being saved?
Fire gets closer and closer.
The bright side of dying here, right now, and never succeeding and never having anyone read our work, and killing all those people for nothing, hypothetically.
Yes, hypothetically.
Hypothetically, if we were to die right now, I'd be able to finally say the truth.
What's the truth?
I fucking hate Bezos. I hate him so fucking much.
You hate him too?
Oh, fuck. I thought it was just me.
I despise him. I feel sick every time I look at him.
I hate that he causes so much suffering, and he has so much control over the world.
I hate that he hoards all his wealth while people starve. I hate that we have to protect him and his ego to start our own revolution.
I say Trump's worse, but he's probably worse than Trump because he thinks he's good. At least Trump knows he's evil. At least we could vote Trump out and make him go away.
I hate that I depend on him. I hate that I need him.
I hate that there's nothing we can do about it. We just have to trust it will be okay.
What if we killed him?
What?
Yeah. What if we killed him and fucked his head? We took his stuff and gave it to everyone.
What about our pilots?
This is assuming he doesn't come back and we die right now.
Oh, right. Which we won't.
No, we won't.
But if we did, I'd be glad to kill him and fuck his head and take his stuff and give it to everyone.
Me too.
They think about their entire lives.
No one's ever read a single thing I've written.
What? Really? Not even your pilot?
It just hasn't been ready yet.
Oh, right.
I have it memorized.
You do?
I've been working on it for 5 years.
Right.
It's not ready yet. But if I die and you survive, I need someone to remember it and write it down. So, can you listen to it?
Yeah.
Please
Okay.
don't judge it. It's not finished yet.
Elizabeth stands up.
Okay, all right. Here we go. Suicidal Tendencies by Lizbeth. Cold open, interior hospital room. We see a young girl about 23. She sits by a bed dressed in black. Her name is, all caps, Elizabeth, and she's crying next to a big, balding, fat man, larger than life, named Herbert.
How old is...
Don't interrupt me, please! I can't be interrupted or else I lose my train of thought. And actually, the best thing about writing is that when you write, no one can fucking interject with their stupid-ass fucking opinion. I didn't even know about how I felt about anything until I could write it all down without someone trying to tell me how I was thinking the wrong way, so please shut the fuck up! Zoom in on Herbert, wearing sunglasses. He turns to Elizabeth and says, she was a good wife, and a better mother, a fantastic cook. To which Elizabeth says, yeah, she was really good with a knife. Elizabeth makes the wrist-cutting motions with her hand, but the joke falls flat. Okay, I have to skip ahead here. Elizabeth gives her mom one last look before she... I'm sorry. This feels weird to say, and this is everything I've ever felt, and it just reminds me of being really sad, and I don't know, maybe it's terrible, and I feel like my story isn't valid anymore because I'm a murderer.
No, Lizbeth, it's really good.
Are you sure? Is it as good as Fleabag?
Not at all, but that's okay.
Okay, Act 1, page 50, chapter 6. I'm climbing over the pile of bodies of my dead best friends, the heroin needles still in their fucking arms. Cut to, the only way her death makes sense is if I admit it was at the very least a good mid-season twist for the 26th year of my life. Han, Zoom, episode 12. Sometimes I think I made the world this way because I took a shitload of acid in Montreal in January of 2012. And I had a bad trip, and I don't even know anymore if the trip stopped because I don't remember what things were like before 2012 anymore. Act 5, Scene 3. Every year is less like a year, and time is less like time and more like space. And months have become shapes within that space. I don't know 2012 was a year. 2013 was a circle. 2014 was a tunnel. I don't remember 2017. I don't remember 2018. 19 was a cloud of gas. 20, 21, 22 were all over like a pop. 2024 has had my soul splitting in two and bleeding all over the fucking walls like my mother's brains, and and I got in a fight at a bar because I told a fucking man that the world has been a manifestation of my acided out brain since the year 2011, and and he said it's kind of fucked up that I chose 2011 and not 2001 because 9/11 was fucked, and I said I'm sorry, but 9/11 has always felt like a very real thing to me. I will do anything and everything to wake up. I just want to wake up to feel okay. I want to feel okay.
She grabs the sides of her mouth and pulls them apart. She pulls harder and harder until she finally tears the sides and begins to rip the skin off of her head like saran wrap. Her muscular, bloody skull emerges as the skin around her head droops like a hoodie. She attempts to breathe, but she coughs.
I'm sorry. It all makes sense in 40-minute chunks. That's the only way I can understand it. And I'm so close to figuring out what it all means, putting it in order, making it satisfying, making the world better, but it's not ready yet. It just isn't ready.
Elizabeth, is this
Don't interrupt me!
enough?
Shut the fuck up!
If I'm the only one who ever hears this, is that enough?
Lizbeth looks at the fire.
I don't know.
The smoke invades their lungs. The fire overtakes them. The fire is over. Portsman and Lizbeth lie on the ground unconscious. Bezos emerges. He sees Trashy's body and shakes his head. He walks towards the front of the gate and knocks. Portsman and Lizbeth stir at the sound. Lizbeth puts her skin back on and uses a bobby pin to make it stay in place. It's hardly convincing, but no one addresses it.
What? Mr. Bezos.
Hello.
Oh my god. I'm sorry. We must have...
Yeah, it got quite ugly over here, didn't it? I watched the whole thing live from my little pod up in space.
You were watching?
Yeah. I'm glad you two are okay. Thanks for taking care of those poor, misguided people. It's a good thing my sprinkler system activated in time. I heard the entire valley is devastated. Most of the house is burned up.
Wow.
Yeah, they said there won't be a fire like that for another 100 years. Of course, they said that about last year's fire too, so, you know.
So, could you hear us in the pod?
Yes, I could. You both said some pretty mean things about me, I gotta say. My feelings were really hurt.
Oh, Mr. Bezos, I'm so sorry. We didn't mean it.
It was the smoke in our lungs making our brain fuzzy.
No, don't be sorry. I'm glad you said those things. I really am. It helped me a lot.
It did?
You were such good actors yesterday. I really thought you liked me, but you hate me. And that made me think everyone must hate me. More than just the protesters or the rioters, all my friends and all my employees, they all must fucking hate me. And you know what? That's okay. I realize I'm okay with that. It's a good thing.
It's good that everyone hates you?
Yes, it makes sense. I would hate me too if I wasn't me. But I am me, and that's the best part. You all hate me, but here you are. You protected me even though you hate me, and that's the most optimistic thing I've ever heard in my life.
Bezos opens the gate from the inside.
I used to think if people hated me, everything would go away. But now I realize that's not true. Because you need me. And as long as you need me, I'll always be here. And it's fine if you hate me. If that's what you need to believe in order to sleep better. It doesn't matter. As long as you buy stuff from me or work for me or work with me. Which reminds me,
He comes forward and opens his arms.
I heard your pilot, Lizbeth. It's amazing. Portsman, I'm sure you're just as talented. How would you both like to be the head writers of my new show?
Portsman and Lizbeth look at each other.
Mr. Bezos, really?
Yes. After these eventful few hours, I've decided that I should be focusing on taking care of myself rather than what everyone else thinks of me. That's why I'll be stepping down as CEO of Amazon.
But, Mr. Bezos, are you sure?
I have never been more sure of anything in my entire life. I heard it all. Your ideas, your philosophy. I have plenty of business-minded people who can help keep the company running for me. And now I realize this is what I'm passionate about. What I need to spread across the world. Radical complacency is just as important as radical optimism. This is the flea bag for billionaires. I can practically smell the Emmy. Come here. Give me a hug.
All three hug. Bezos squeezes.
We're going to go to some wonderful places. You and me. We're going to space, and we're going to make lots of good prestige TV along the way.
He releases them.
You know, even if it's not mutual, I just want you to know that I love you.
Mr. Bezos, we love you too, really.
We were just scared because of the fire. I love you, Mr. Bezos. I love you so much I can't stand it.
Yes, well, there will be more fires, and there will be more reasons to be scared. And just know that I'll always forgive you as long as you stay with me.
He points to his house.
I'm going to get my television guy on the phone and let him know the good news. You should join me up there.
Oh, Mr. Bezos, I'm covered in dirt and blood.
Same, I can't go up there.
Nonsense. Come on up. We'll get you some new clothes and a nice shower. Just before you do, can you just both do me a favor and get that body off of the lawn?
Oh, of course.
Right away, Mr. Bezos.
He squeezes both of their shoulders.
I'll see you in a moment. Don't be too long.
Bezos whistles a friendly tune as he walks away. Portsman and Lizbeth look at each other.
Did we just...
I think we did.
I can't believe it. We're television writers.
Fuck yeah, we are.
I was always optimistic, but I never really thought.
It was so hard to imagine.
But here we are.
Here we are.
They stand, facing each other.
I guess I'm so excited, I just don't really feel it yet.
Yeah, me neither, but I guess, reality is different than your dreams.
Yeah, I guess so.
What am I doing? I gotta call my beautiful wife and tell her the good news.
Portsman runs towards the brush.
Could you actually maybe take care of the...
Oh, yeah.
Cool. I mean, I'll help in a second, but just...
Hey, Portsman.
I really gotta make this call, Elizabeth.
I know, just radical optimism is believing the future will be a better place for all people, right?
Right.
But what about those people? What about Deanna?
Well, she was a pessimist, right? We can't really move forward with pessimists.
Yeah, I guess. That makes sense.
If you think about it, the optimists live, the pessimists die. Everyone gets what they want. Anyways, I gotta make this call.
Portsman finds his phone in the brush. He dials.
Honey, call me back as soon as you can. I have amazing news. You're gonna be so excited.
Portsman walks through the gate. Elizabeth looks at Trashy's body. She twists her face to stop herself from crying. She begins to shake uncontrollably. She inhales deeply, and the bobby pins fall off, causing her skin to fall off.
It's all such a fucking nightmare.
She ties her face back up, skin on. She slowly stops herself from falling into sobbing uncontrollably. She begins to breathe.
I deserve success.
She breathes in. She ties it in a knot so it stays. She breathes out.
I am a good person.
She breathes in. She shoves the bobby pin through the knot in her skin. She breathes out.
I deserve success because I am a good person.
She inhales. She projectile vomits for maybe a solid minute. She opens her eyes, shocked at the amount of vomit that has come out of her own body. She looks herself up and down. Slowly, she backs into the gate. She closes it. All is well.